To say your boy's having a day is an understatement. And when I say a day, I mean a day. Not one that's like wonderful and magnificent, but it's one that's been a little bit tough. So I'm currently sitting on the side of the road waiting for my insurance company to come help me potentially replace a tire because I got a nasty blowout. And I guess the last time they rotated my tires, they dogged them down so hard, so I can't even uncrank them by hand. And I spent a good bit of time trying my best to get them undone, but I just can't do it. I was able to jack the car up and all that good stuff, man, but as far as like actually being able to get the tire off, man, check me out. This is my kind of day. Here it is, middle of the day. I should be out making money doing some stuff right now, but instead I'm dealing with a blown out tire. Look at this right here. Craziness. Again, able to get it jacked up, but yeah, man, tough day. But beautiful view out here on Texas Heritage Parkway. If you guys ever been out here, you know exactly where I'm at. I'm in a safe location, little dead end road. But two things on this magnificent tire changing thing I'm living in. One is the tire is like too cranked, so I can't get it off. The second one is the spare tire that kind of like is on a chain underneath it. I guess has never been used because this truck is 10 years old and or 12 years old actually. So when you like do the little thing to crank it for it to come down, it just don't come down. So regardless of me being able to get the tire off or not, I wasn't going to be able to use that spare. So after wasting about an hour and a half trying to deal with all that, I resorted to the way that us handymen like to do, and that's call a more manly man to come help me with my car. So that is that. But I did have an adjuster meeting this morning with a big roof. It's Allstate, should be approved, but it's Allstate, so we'll see what happens. But the homeowner was very generous in talking to me about some other stuff. But anyways, man, the reason I wanted to come on here, one is because I'm just sitting here waiting on the State Farm roadside assistant guy to come. But the other one is this: life will hit you in the mouth. It certainly will. It's not always peachy and wonderful. And when I was younger, man, I'd hear people talk about how hard life is and this and that, and I go, yeah, it's hard for you, but you know, you do the right thing, it'll work out in your favor. And what I'm learning more and more is that you can do the right things. You can work extremely hard. You can make all the right safe play moves or whatever it is, but it's still gonna hit you. It's still gonna hit you in one way or another. And maybe it's in a form of like your tire blowing out on a day when you need to go make it happen, or equipment not working properly, or unexpectedly being fired, or relational strifes, or health issues. I mean, it could be a plethora of things, and no matter how much you prepare and think that you have everything buttoned up and you'll be good and prevent yourself from having any issues, it's going to happen one way or the other. And I don't think we should live our life in a way that we should try to avoid these things. We should live our lives in a manner of, hey, we know that these things will happen at some point. We want to be as prepared as possible when they do happen. But it's really about how you respond to the things that happen to you in your life, you know. So this message is hitting home for me, obviously, because of all the stuff I've been dealing with over the last 2 months or so. And it's like you can be all upset and down in the dumps and disappointed and depressed over the things that have happened to you, or you can take them with a grain of salt. But look, this is life poking a hole in a game I had. I wasn't fully prepared. I should have probably checked to see if that spare tire was even in good use. I've been riding around with it for a year thinking I had a safety net, when in reality, that thing is so, I guess, rusted up that it won't even come down. So I've been riding it at risk and didn't even know it. But today, that got exposed. So I'll have to get that fixed and adjusted moving forward, because, I mean, bro, I drove from North Carolina to Texas in this truck with my wife, like, talking about being at risk. Good Lord. I mean, what if this would have happened in the middle of Alabama and I have cell phone service? But anyways, you can take what happens to you and be all upset and disappointed and sulk and waste months and years of your life because of this thing that happened to you, or you can take what happened to you, and like I've said many times, it happened for you to become a better version of yourself. I will be a better, well-equipped, roadside assistant individual after this event. This is the first time in my life I really had something poorly happening on the side of a road, like a tire blowing out. Like, I've had a flat tire before, but my cars used to always be so new that it was an easy fix. But with an older car, I'm not so equipped. You know, I got an issue with my the brake light switch. So like, it doesn't always recognize when I'm trying to go in the reverse or drive or whatever. So I have a screwdriver in my truck, but it's just a little $40 piece I need to order, and then I can fix it. So, but anyways, the point I'm trying to get to is, as things happen to you in your life, they are tests, and when you take those tests, you learn from them and you become better. Life is actually the complete opposite of how school works. In school, you learn the lesson and then you take the test. In life, you take a test, and then based off of how you performed in that test, you learn the lesson. So try to be as optimistic as possible in your days when things happen to you or when things happen for you, because it is your test, so you have a lesson on the way. Someone leaves you, someone breaks up with you, they cheated on you, whatever it is, you had a test, now you'll learn the lesson. There was something that happened in that scenario to why this happened. You had a business, it didn't do good, so you had your test, now you learn from it. Maybe I should keep, at least $5,000 in a savings account. Maybe I don't over leverage here. Maybe I don't take Saturdays off. You learn the lesson based off of the thing that happened to you, and that's what this is. So I hope this message is beneficial to you guys. If you're in the home service space, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, pressure washing, roof washing, whatever it really is, and you want to just be with a group of individuals that are trying to push forward and better themselves and be authentic and real and let you know when things happen to you, right? I don't drive in a Rolls Royce. I don't have $100 million. I'm just a young man out here grinding and trying to provide for my family and give back any way that I can. So if that's you and you're like that kind of individual, hit the link below, join the 100% free Skool community, and let's go in there and chalk it up and have some conversation, man. So appreciate you guys as always. Keep them clean.